Hello and welcome to the Ludrigan Druid Totem Druid update. So this build always had like 6 totems, but now you can actually summon 4 with one button press, which is honestly kind of ridiculous. And the cooldown being so low, keep in mind that if you keep summoning the totems, right, their Electrocute totem, their Electrocute the damage rather from the totems will stack, right? So if you have 6 totems and they all attack an enemy and then you summon another 4, if the Electrocute damage of the former 6 totems still is going on, right, then you will actually have 10 totems applying the Electrocute damage, and then 14 and then 18 and so on, right? So if you quickly resummon them, you can stack ridiculous damage on this build now. This build always has been strong in my opinion, actually. Not necessarily damage wise, but when it comes to safety and so on, it was always very safe. Now you have of course the 4-piece Ludrigan set, which gives you +2 summons the Storm Totem and another summon limit, right? So you have another totem that you can summon, and you summon 2 more with one button click. Then you have the Stone of Callagadra, which has +1 each, right? So +1 totem and also +1 to the summon limit. Then of course you have the Chains of Brandis, which has +1 to Shaman and Vitality to Lightning Conversion, which you don't really need anymore unless you're playing bad, but I mean it's still very nice green belt to have. Musi's Shoulders of Nature's Bounty is actually really nice also in this patch because it gives you +3 to Heart of the Wild and bonus health regeneration, and health regeneration is basically the main healing source of this druid. That you have the Center Touch gloves, the Stormbearer boots, you have double living rings, Tempest of Thunder and Thunderstruck of Redness, for example. These are, I would say, honestly, for 1.2 standards, slightly above average, of course, sure, but very reasonable nowadays. That you have the Global Skyphagy. This one is a Sandstorm prefix, which also gives you a little bit of physical resistance, and of Thunder suffix with more damage. This one has the recharge on it, and another summon limit, giving you a total of 6 and not only 3 totems. And then Stormcage Legguards, which have some bonuses to Maelstrom and Raging Tempest. For the relic, I'm using Eternity to reset some cooldowns for mainly, well, Totem now, and then Mirror and Nullification for my defensive sources. Feel free to use I have the Storm here instead for damage. That is also very much viable. Let's talk about the skills. For skills, I'm using obviously these Counter Elemental Exchange. That's just a buff line, right? 12 points in Mirror, so that I have maximum safety here. I would always suggest you to at least put 7 points here. But 12 can be pretty good. You can also always see now how many points I've put actually into the skill and how many points I get from gear, right? So this is for example 10 points put here and 2 from gear. And maybe 0 protection, obviously max it out. 6 points conversion, so 3 manually put there and 3 more from the gear. And then 1 point penalty, 1 point in distortion, and actually 1 point supercharge only. You can definitely max out supercharge now. It has been buffed, it's pretty decent damage now as well. You can completely max this out for dot damage, and then you can put this up to, I don't know, what is it, 7 points or 8 points to get 100% pass through. That is also, for damage at least, the better way to do this. And then you can also play Star Pact exclusive, especially when you have 50 points down here, instead of Stormcatcher's Pact. And then if you drop down Shaman to 40 points, you then have the points to put more points here. But let's continue here with the Arcanist side. So you have also in a focus, of course, maxed out for % offensive ability and % spirit, 1 point Arcane Will, 1 point Mental Alacrity, 1 point Fabric of Reality, and then I also have personally 10 points in Nullification. This is kind of a hardcore safe spec, but you can of course put less points here. You should at least have 5 to 6 though at all points. And then Shaman side, pretty much only 1 point window. Actually this is 12 points for some reason. That's a little weird. Maybe I should fix that actually. This is not that great anymore honestly in this patch. 16 points Raging Tempest and then a max out Maelstrom. 26 points Totem, of course, right? You want to have this one maxed out. And then Mokjogen's Pact 1, Heart of the Wild 10, and Oak Skin 12. Now you can definitely put this also to max and to max and to max on this patch now to get more regen. For devotions, I am using actually still Bat in this case. It is very nice if you have the Belt for conversion, otherwise I probably wouldn't play Bat anymore in this patch. There are better options in general that have been buffed more than Twin Fangs, but it, as you can see, still is solid and is like good. It's not great, but it's good. Giant's Blood and Scythe though, these two are pretty much like a must-have on this build, like 100% must-have now. Ultos always has been good on this build and still remains to be good. Hawk for like, well, offensive ability, Turtle for defense, Panther for Ray, and like affinity, Satyrs Guide. Widow, of course, every single lightning build needs to play Widow, otherwise you're kind of trolling basically. And then Jackal for like just affinity. And this build also uses Korak. This, honestly, I mean, this devotion page still works as it is. It is totally fine. However, I will also post a link down below from a like softcore player, but he plays the game like very well too, and he has like a slightly updated version of this build. My version here, even though this is supposed to be like a build update guide, it is honestly, I mean, it's, I don't know, I'm just like on hardcore playing like rather safe. Like if the build isn't broken, right, there's no need to fix it. But I feel like there are better ways to optimize this build now, especially for damage. 24 Physras, 20k HP. You need to have high away on this build because you are playing Electrocute, and Lightning and especially Electrocute wants to have high away to like have high crit and then like high, but you want like your dots to crit, right? Crit is very, very good with crit in general. Like dots and crit like work very well together. For my rune, I'm using the Glyph of Disorder, basically like the, well, the second best. Well, I should like be using Displacement, honestly, not Disorder. What the fuck am I doing? I should use a Displacement. Displacement is like the same thing, just has even less cooldown. And these abilities have like, honestly, really low cooldown nowadays, and also decent range, like they buff the range and lower the cooldown of these. So your mobility is kind of crazy considering you only have to like run around in circles and like have your totems do the job for you. For attributes, you want to put as many points in cunning as you need to equip the gun. So 460 only if you have Hawk, and then you want to like put the rest into like either physique for like just overall tankiness, like defensive ability, health and regeneration, or into spirit for like duration damage, like dot damage, which is very, very good here as well. And then also you can probably manage to get even more like Electrocute duration. I only have 213 here. You can definitely get more, I'm pretty sure. And then it is going to be even easier for you to like stack the Electrocute damage from, well, 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on totems. And if you have like the Electrocute damage like from 18 totems going at the same time, then you're gonna like melt bosses, that's for sure. You have to make sure to have the enemy stand inside the range of the totems though. The range of the totems isn't really the highest, to be honest. Like if I pet attack here, you can see only this totem actually can reach dummies, the others are too far away. So keep that in mind when you're playing this build, that you always like try to, you know, not stand too far away from the enemy, like have your totems not stand too far away from the enemy. And that is actually a little bit tricky now, because like if you're summoning 4 totems at once, they will spread out like this, and that can be sometimes a little bit annoying, so you need like to just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's it for this update. Keep watching this video though, because there is the Ravager kill, the Callagadra kill, and an SR 80 to 81 run that you can check out. So yeah, the build obviously is good on this patch. This is, I would say, one of the strongest builds in this entire patch actually. Especially when you spec it to have even more damage, you can get some like ridiculous results in softcore now. But yeah, I'll see you around on the next one. Thanks for watching.
How far? Well done.
Your soul is mine. Your soul is mine.